Most people think getting visible abs is about doing 1,000 crunches a day, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's completely wrong. And if you keep believing that myth, you will never see your abs, no matter how hard you work. The truth is, your abs are already there. Every single person watching this video has a six-pack hiding underneath a layer of body fat, and the only real job you have is to uncover it. So let's talk about exactly how to do that, starting with the most important number in this entire conversation: body fat percentage. For men, abs typically become visible between 10 to 13% body fat, and for women, it's around 16 to 20%. Right now, the average person walking around is sitting somewhere between 20 and 30%, which means the gap between you and visible abs is almost entirely a fat loss problem, not a muscle problem. This is where the science gets really interesting, because your body stores fat in layers, and the abdominal region, especially the lower abs, is one of the last places your body lets go of fat due to a higher density of alpha-2 adrenergic receptors, which literally block fat mobilization in that area. So when people say their lower abs won't show, they're not broken. Their body fat is just still too high, and that's completely fixable. Now here's where nutrition comes in, because 80% of your visible abs come from what you eat, not how much you train. You need to be in a caloric deficit, meaning you consume fewer calories than your body burns. A deficit of 300 to 500 calories per day is the sweet spot, aggressive enough to lose fat, but not so aggressive that your body starts breaking down muscle tissue for energy. To calculate this, take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 14 to 16 to get your maintenance calories, then subtract 400. That's your starting target. Protein is your best friend here. Aim for 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight every single day, because protein has the highest thermic effect of any macronutrient, meaning your body burns more calories just digesting it, and it preserves your muscle mass while you're losing fat, which keeps your metabolism from crashing. Now let's talk about AB training, because yes, you do need to directly train your abs. Not to burn fat off them, because spot reduction is a myth that has been scientifically disproven countless times, but because you want thick, developed, three-dimensional abdominal muscles so that when your body fat does drop, your abs actually pop and look impressive rather than flat and undefined. The rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscle, responds best to a combination of weighted movements and high-tension exercises. You should be doing exercises like cable crunches, hanging leg raises, and ab wheel rollouts 3 to 4 times per week, treating your abs like any other muscle group with progressive overload, meaning you add weight or reps over time, rather than just banging out 100 bodyweight crunches and calling it a day. The transverse abdominis, your deepest core muscle, also matters because it acts like a natural belt that pulls your waist in tighter, and exercises like stomach vacuums and planks with full core bracing will develop this muscle and literally make your waist appear narrower, even before you lose more fat. Now here's something almost nobody talks about: the psychology of getting abs. And this is where most people actually fail. There's a psychological phenomenon called the all or nothing mindset, studied extensively in behavioral science, where people believe that if they can't be perfect with their diet and training, there's no point in even trying. One bad meal turns into a bad week turns into quitting entirely, and the cycle repeats forever. Research published in the journal Health Psychology showed that people who practice self-compassion after dietary slip-ups were significantly more consistent over time than people who were self-critical, because self-criticism triggers the stress hormone cortisol, which ironically promotes fat storage, particularly in the abdominal region. So the science is literally telling you that being hard on yourself about your diet is making it harder to see your abs. Instead, adopt what researchers call flexible dietary restraint. Allow yourself planned indulgences, track your weekly average rather than obsessing over individual days, and understand that consistency over months beats perfection over 2 weeks every single time. Sleep is another massive factor that almost nobody connects to abs, but here's the data. A study from the University of Chicago found that people who slept only 5.5 hours per night lost 55% less fat and 60% more muscle compared to those sleeping 8.5 hours, even on the exact same caloric deficit. This happens because sleep deprivation increases ghrelin, your hunger hormone, while decreasing leptin, your satiety hormone, which means you feel hungrier, less satisfied after eating, and your willpower to stick to your diet is biologically compromised. Get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Treat it like a training variable, because it is. Cardio is a tool, not a punishment. Use it strategically by adding 2 to 3 sessions of moderate intensity cardio per week, like incline walking or cycling for 30 to 45 minutes, which burns additional calories without significantly spiking cortisol the way high-intensity cardio every single day does. High cortisol chronically signals your body to hold onto abdominal fat as a survival mechanism, so more is not always better. The full formula comes down to this: get into a 400 to 500 calorie daily deficit, hit your protein target every day, train your abs with progressive overload 3 to 4 times a week, sleep 8 hours, manage your stress, add moderate cardio, and most importantly, stay consistent for long enough to actually let the process work. Because the biggest reason people don't have visible abs is not genetics, not a slow metabolism, not bad exercises. It's that they quit before they ever gave their body enough time to change. The timeline is real. If you're at 20% body fat and you want to get to 12%, that's roughly 8% of fat to lose. And at a safe rate of 0.5 to 1% of body weight per week, you're looking at 8 to 16 weeks of consistent work. That's it. 2 to 4 months of doing the right things, and you will have the abs you've been chasing for years. The information is no longer the problem. You now know exactly what to do, and the only variable left is whether you're going to actually do it.